The preseason opener is in the books. Welcome into this edition of the Chiefs Report, powered by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us. We will take a look back at the winners and losers from Saturday night's performance against the Jacksonville Jaguars. We'll go over who stood out among the rest, who struggled a bit, coming up in just a matter of moments. Before we do, we want to extend some love to Marquise Brown after the injury that he suffered on Saturday night, and let's just show a little bit of gratitude for the guy. Let him know that we're rooting for him, want to see him back in the football field soon. Like the video. Who knows? He may be watching, somebody close to him. We want to make sure that Chiefs Kingdom is heard loud and clear, that we're rooting on Marquise Brown. Hope that he has a fantastic season in 2024. Like the video, and we get rolling here on the Chiefs Report. Let's begin looking back at the numbers from Saturday night. The Jags with the win, 26-13 over Kansas City. It was not the best night for the Chiefs, to say the least, on what we saw on the football field, just kind of all around. We did see the starters play at the beginning of this game, and that's where we'll start on today's show, is with one starter in particular. Oh, yeah, that guy, Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes played on the opening drive, and I saw everything I needed to see from Patrick Mahomes. In fact, I didn't even need to see him play, quite frankly, in this game on Saturday. 3 for 4, 27 total yards. Right away, gets Hollywood Brown involved, threw a dart right to him. They marched on down the field for an opening drive field goal. In my philosophy, personally speaking, when it comes to the opening drive, is a successful opening drive for me, just get points one way or the other, whether it's 3 or 7, and set that tone early. And that's exactly what the Chiefs offense did, setting up that field goal for Harrison Butker to jump out to a 3-0 lead in this one. I liked what I saw from Mahomes. He is going to have another fantastic year in 2024. You can guarantee that. The losers list, we begin with CEH. Not the best night for Clyde, as we've seen throughout training camp that Prince has done pretty well in camp. He's been one of the standouts so far at this point, right? And Carson Steele, who we'll talk about here in just a moment, he had a very good night. Meanwhile, CEH just kind of showed you nothing. 2 carries, no yards, long of 2. And when you look at this running back situation, we know Pacheco's the top back, but beyond that, is CEH going to end up being the odd man out of this equation here? Is Carson Steele going to come in and take one of those spots? Is it going to be Prince or somebody else here? So CEH, not his best night, and now we wonder if he's a potential candidate to get moved when the 53-man rosters are ultimately revealed. We turn our attention to Carson Steele now. The only running back who really flashed after Pacheco left this game, and to quote the great Kyle Brandt of the NFL Network, he had a few angry runs out there, folks. He played with some aggression. The long Thor-type hair that he has kind of lived up to it from what we saw from this guy. 4 carries for 29 yards, a long of 20 yards. I liked what I saw from Carson Steele. Very solid night from him, and definitely was an easy call to be on the winners list today. Who is a winner from the Chiefs preseason opener? Who comes to mind? We've already named a couple. We got plenty more to get to here in just a moment. But want to hear from you guys first. Weigh in the comment section. Let us know what you think. Folks, we are bringing you daily Kansas City Chiefs news and rumors. If they make any moves, you know we're going to be on top of it here on the channel, as we are talking everything from breaking news to interactive Q&A mailbags. We're going to be starting a weekly live show here pretty soon. We got our watch parties going on. This is your one-stop shop for all things Chiefs football. The best part about it, your subscription to the channel is 100% free. Subscribe now, youtube.com/ChiefsTV. Join the family of the Chiefs Kingdom, and you'll be glad you did. The losers list we go, and this is where we find Rees-Zammit, the former rugby player making his transition to pro football. And I'll say this, I don't fault the guy too much. It was his first ever NFL game, but he just seemed kind of out of place. He lacked decisiveness and burst in his first NFL game. And I'm not going to hold it against him too much. I think that he's a project. It's going to take time with him. I've said from the beginning, I think he's probably a practice squad type guy, and that's okay. and it's going to take a bit. It's going to be a learning curve, and then we'll see what he can do down the line. It wasn't his night, and that's fine. I can live with that when it comes to Rees-Zammit there. I think he's still got some good football ahead of him. The winners list, we now find Jaden Hicks, the former fourth-round pick out of Washington State. A very good night for him. With the Justyn Reed injury, he was kind of thrown into the fire, if you will. Made a few plays on special teams. Made a great open field tackle on defense as well. He finished the night with 4 tackles, 4 solo tackles, and 1 tackle for loss. I liked what I saw from Jaden Hicks. It was a very good showing from him and a nice potential depth piece there in that safety room for Kansas City. The losers list, you knew this was coming. We got to mention Mecole Hardman as you go back to that kick return play. And I know Andy Reid said that he felt like it should not have been called a safety. There was some confusion, if you will, on the new kickoff rule as he got called for a safety on what he thought was a touchback. And I'm not going to sit here and argue whether the NFL got it right with their decision or not. But at the very least, Mecole Hardman's got to be more aware than that of that situation. And you got to know the rules of this new kickoff format. And some of it may fall on officiating, whatever it may be. It's kind of all parties involved. Got to be on the same page here. But it was not a good moment for Mecole Hardman there with that kick return. So hopefully they took care of it with it being the preseason. Won't be an issue down the line. That's what you would hope, but we'll see. Not one of the finer moments from Mecole Hardman there. Who's a loser from the Chiefs preseason opener? We've gone through a few already. Still got some more to get to before we wrap up and call it a day. Let us know way in the comments section who you believe belongs on the losers list. Today's show is sponsored by GameTime. GameTime, the place to go for the best seats, the lowest prices, and the last-minute ticket one-stop shop, folks. GameTime is an authorized ticket marketplace in Major League Baseball, which makes getting tickets faster and easier. Prices on the GameTime app actually go down the closer it gets to first pitch. With killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and their lowest price guarantee, GameTime takes the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets. Save up to 60% off buying last-minute for sports, concerts, comedy shows, theater productions, and more. Here's how it works. You choose the event you want to go to. Maybe it's a Chiefs preseason game, a Royals game, whatever it may be. They got the prices listed. You check out your seat, see if you like that seat or not, and then you're checking out on GameTime. Apple Pay, Google Pay, Venmo, all major credit card providers. Download the GameTime app, create an account, use code ChatSports for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off. Download GameTime today. Last-minute tickets, lowest prices guaranteed. The link is in the comments and the description of today's video. On the winners list, I got to go with my guy Nikko. Nikko was pretty solid in his showing against the Jags on Saturday. 3 total catches, 25 yards, along with 29 yards. Really high potential. This is somebody competing to make that 53-man roster, right? And I'm intrigued to see what he could potentially do if he gets more reps with the first and the second team guys. And I would like to see him get that opportunity to see how he competes, how he stacks up with some stiffer competition that he would face from the defensive side of the ball on that front. But I thought it was very promising. I liked what I saw from there. The losers list, we're going to go with Leo here with this spot. Wasn't a great night, just 1 total tackle. The Jags kind of exploited his coverage skills. He missed a tackle in Parker Washington on a 73-yard kick return. This is somebody the Chiefs need to step up in that linebacker room. Wasn't his night as far as that goes, but I think that he'll put it behind him, and ultimately he'll be okay. The final player on the winners list is wideout Justyn Ross, another wide receiver competing for a roster spot on this 53-man roster. And he had the highlight of the night, folks, with a 23-yard sideline grab. Just phenomenal. One of the best plays of the entire weekend, getting the most out of the toes there with the catch that he made. I liked it. Big play. Let's see more of it from Justyn Ross, similar to his days with the Clemson Tigers there. Will Justyn Ross make the 53-man roster? What do you guys think? Let me know. Type Y for yes, in for no. Wait in the comments section. Tell us what you think. Last on the losers list, we're going with King Felix, and he has been one of the big talks of this training camp for the Kansas City Chiefs. And he played a lot, 36 total snaps, which was the second most of any player for the Kansas City Chiefs on Saturday night, and he didn't really do much. This was supposed to be a potential coming out party, if you will, for him, and he ended up with just 3 tackles and didn't make much of an impact. I wanted to see more from him than what we saw on Saturday. Thanks for joining us here on the Chiefs Report. For continuing Chiefs coverage, subscribe now for free, youtube.com/ChiefsTV. I'm Tyler Jones. We'll see you next time.